Good evening, and welcome to this year's annual Stewardship Potluck Supper. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves, has found good potluck, and that no one has had to ring up for Domino's Pizza as of yet. As we gather tonight, I am on my way down to Live Oaks, Florida, to attend a Credo conference, and I regret not being able to be with you all tonight. Credo conferences are given at the invitation of the National Episcopal Church, and they gather clergy from around the country who roughly were ordained at the same time. So I will be with clergy who have been ordained roughly 20 years. And it's a time to check in, to learn more about oneself and one's own ministry and how that's going, as well as to learn more about the national church and resources that are available and things that are happening. So when I return in a little over a week, I hope to do so renewed, energized, and with some good ideas that will hopefully make the Altar Guild's already complicated job even more complicated. Also, a major word of thanks goes out to the entire parish for their generosity during this current year. Generosity not only of financial support, but generosity of time and commitment as well. As many of us know, this has been the first year in quite a while when there's only been one clergy staff at St. Mark's on the payroll. If I'd had any concerns about how that would go, I needn't have had them. We have all lived more fully into our baptismal covenant in the last year, given of ourselves, ministered to one another, new programs have started, vibrant ministries have emerged. So much has happened. We have lived into the words on the back of every service bulletin. Who are the ministers at St. Mark's Church? The entire St. Mark's parish family. And for that, I give great thanks this evening. In thinking about our stewardship campaign for next year, I've been struck by the calendar that's in the parish office. It's from the church pension group, and it depicts a priest standing in a pulpit. It's by the same cartoon artist that's done many of the prints we have in the restrooms about the parish. The priest is holding up his hand, and he says, "When it comes to next year's stewardship campaign, I have good news, and I have bad news. The good news is we have found funding for every program we want to have happen at the church next year. The bad news is the money is still in our wallets." The theme of this evening's gathering, and indeed this year's stewardship campaign, is of course Flourish in Faith. One of the most important ways in which faith does flourish in any community is to the extent in which spiritual communities guide us along our journey in life, more particularly our spiritual journey. How communities can celebrate with us when times are wonderful and can also be places of support and encouragement when times get bumpy. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce Ann Boddy, who is going to speak for a few minutes on how she has found St. Mark's to be a place of support along her own spiritual journey. Ann.